what is going on in the gaming industry right now? What's up, nerds? Welcome back to Nerd Valley, where we go over everything nerdy, geeky, and absolutely loserific. In today's video, I want to go over some of the stuff that's been announced or just kind of talked about within the gaming industry over this past summer. It seems like a lot of companies could be coming out with stuff pretty soon, hopefully this next year, and I can't wait for any of it. So in the meantime, I thought, why not talk about it with you guys, since I'm sure a lot of you are just as excited. But without further ado, let's get into it, starting with LEGO. That's right, LEGO just announced that they are in fact going to be releasing a new LEGO Batman game called Legacy of the Dark Knight, which is going to have a whole bunch of stuff that is different from the original series. For starters, the game is apparently going to be completely open world, so anybody who was disappointed with the free roam or lack thereof in LEGO Batman 3, as I'm sure most of you were, we're getting like the best version of that. On top of that, it's said to have a bigger map than Arkham Knight, with combat and a whole lot of other mechanics that are also heavily inspired by the entire series of Arkham as a whole. Crazy jump for LEGO, considering how admired the Arkham games are for their mechanics and how not LEGO is for theirs. I mean, most of it was like hold button or mash button, but we were 7 and playing it on our DSs, so who cared? To make it all even better, there is going to be a ton of skins for Batman and hopefully the other characters, some of which we've already seen, some of which have already caused a little bit of controversy online, which should just go to prove to people that a lot of the dude bros filling up these comment sections, especially in terms of like nerdy based media, they don't actually read comics, and they're probably not actually playing the games either. So don't fucking listen to them. Lastly, for LEGO Batman, I want to touch on the voice acting, since that has been a big topic. One major pro that I've seen a lot of people mention is that Matt Berry is going to be voicing Bane. For anybody who knows who that is, Laszlo from What We Do in the Shadows, as well as the Mr. Handy in the Fallout series, which we're going to be talking about later on. I believe he actually plays an actor that voices the Mr. Handy, but regardless, you know what I mean. Point is, he's super funny and very recognizable, and we've already seen a little snippet of him as Bane, and I think it sounds great.
I was born in it, molded by... Ah! Who put that there? I could have really hurt myself.
Especially for the type of style that they do these characters in, which is a very unserious one, obviously. I think his voice would fit perfect for that type of Bane. Jesus Christ, get it together. However, one major con for the voice acting in this game is with Batman. Neither Troy Baker nor Travis William are going to return to voice Batman, and instead they've gotten someone entirely new, and already people are kind of not really liking it. I'm going to be honest, people don't really look like they like it much. The voice actor that they are going to get to replace them is Shai Matheson, who I'm sure he's great. I'm sure he can do a great job. But from what we've already heard, there's a lot of people saying that it's a little soft.
I need to become more than a man. I need to become a symbol.
Coming out of Batman, it's a little shocking, and so I get why people are a little thrown off by the voice actor's performance in this thus far from what we've heard. Some other games that are going to be dropping a whole lot sooner. Skate's going to be dropping on September 16th of this year, and for anybody who's interested in that, go and check it out, because I'm definitely going to. I grew up a big fan of Skate. All of my siblings and a lot of my cousins, family members, friends, they're big fans of Skate. It's such a fun game. I've always liked it more than Tony Hawk. I don't know how people feel about that. I don't know how most people feel about that. I feel like I generally hear the wider gaming community talk about the Tony Hawk games, which there's also a Tony Hawk game coming out that Bam Margera is going to be in. That's going to be sick. I don't know when that's dropping. That already dropped. The 3+4. It dropped on July 11th. I probably should have known that. Like I said, I haven't played much of the Tony Hawk games. I didn't grow up really playing the Tony Hawk games. I mostly played Skate, and that's what's going to be dropping on September 16th. It's going to be free to play, big MMO, open world. It seems like they're kind of going with this idea of like the skaters taking over the city, because there's a whole bunch of stuff they're adding to it now, like parkour. That looks cool. The ability to climb walls and shit, all that looks awesome. It looks kind of like Assassin's Creed. That's the vibes it gives me. Obviously, it is going to be EA. So is it going to be a little money grabby? Is there going to be a whole in-game store where it's going to be a whole bunch of shit? Yeah, that's going to be. Of course it is. Even games that aren't free to play are that now. And this is an EA free to play game. So expect egregious store. Last thing I want to talk about that is more in line with my usual content, Bethesda.
I'm looking for someone.
Common story around here. Someone you care about or someone you hate?
Oh, what a great question. What say you, Miss McClane?
That's right, the Fallout Season 2 trailer finally dropped, and it is everything I could have ever wanted it to be myself. Obviously going to be set in New Vegas, which is very exciting for the entire fan base. New Vegas is a very beloved game, probably the most beloved game in the entire series, so that is a huge pro. But also, because of that, I feel like a lot of people have expressed how scared they are that Bethesda, or Todd Howard specifically, is going to ruin New Vegas. And what's crazy is I don't understand where these claims are coming from. I've never seen anything in which Bethesda says that they hate New Vegas, or that they hate Obsidian, or that they hate that they let Obsidian work on New Vegas. And I've never seen any proof through anything that they've done that really shows that. On top of that, Bethesda, and specifically Todd Howard, are not spearheading the production of this show. So there's nothing much they're even really doing with it to ruin it, as people would say. I think if people think it's going to be ruined based on how they go about completing the story in certain terms of like what option they canonize, I don't really think there's a way it could be bad. I mean, like, the Courier really could fit any role more than anybody else, in terms of like, it makes sense why he would be a bad guy, it makes sense why he would be a good guy, it makes sense why he'd be mostly just a neutral mercenary type. On top of that, everything is just fucked. Mr. House is fucked, Yes Man is fucked, NCR and Legion are fucked, everything is shit, everything surrounding it is shit. Big MT, the Divide, the fucking Zion Canyon, the Sierra Madre, it's all city and filled with bullshit that's just seeping into the wasteland, and it's just expressed by the characters themselves. So there isn't really anything like that I feel like they can do to ruin New Vegas. Regardless of all that, I am very excited for the second season. It seems as if they're going to be delving deeper into this whole pre-war plot of who dropped the bombs first, but more focused on the like Mr. House side of it. It's kind of funny if anybody knows about the canceled Black Isle Studios Fallout movie from the 90s, because the whole plot of it was very similar, finding out who dropped the bombs first. In that movie, it was Vault-Tec, and it seems that they hinted at that with the first season this time around, but I'm not sure if I still think that's exactly who it is. I just do think it's funny that the idea of the bombs dropping is such just like a background thing in the Fallout series, and every time a film studio gets its hands on the Fallout IP, that's what they want to answer. That's what they got to get into. They want to know. They want to figure out who dropped the bombs first, and they've all got who they want to do it. To be fair, I'm actually honestly more on the side that it might have been Mr. House who was more involved with it. I can see that with the whole protecting Vegas thing, but I can also still see Vault-Tec with the whole forcing on their experiments thing. Or the Enclave with, fucking anything. They're just bad people. There's everything coming up in video game based media, though, that I wanted to talk about. Let me know what you guys are excited for down in the comments below, as well as maybe some of your theories on how Fallout Season 2 is going to play out. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit that little bell. I don't know. I don't release videos super consistently. I try to, but it's getting tough. I'm barely starting this out, and there's moments where I can't really work on stuff. So hit the bell so that way you know when I am posting videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment, all that. All right, later, nerds.